If temples are so important to Latter-day Saints, then why aren't they all over the Book of Mormon? The Bible is full of temple stories like the Tabernacle of Moses. And we even see Christ at the temple as well. But I think the Book of Mormon says a lot more about temples than people might realize. So, one obvious example is when the prophet Nephi and his family sail to the Americas. One of the first things they do is they build a temple. And later in the book, Jesus visits Nephi's posterity at the temple. But while most examples are simpler like those, there are surprising, deeper references that match Old Testament and Latter day Saint temple practices. For example, there's a prophet in the Book of Mormon who travels up a mountain, and mountains can be symbolic of temples. And he brings 16 stones with him for the Lord to touch. And that's just like biblical tabernacle priests with their 16 stone breastplates. And he sees the hand of the Lord kind of through the veil. Similar experiences like that happen in the Bible. And he is brought into the Lord's presence through the veil, which is just like the priests in the Old Testament tabernacle. And there's many more connections in this story and in the book, kind of like that. So here's a connection I found as a teenager. The prophet Nephi had an almost impossible task of building a ship to cross the ocean. And it says that I, Nephi, did go into the mount oft, and I did pray oft unto the Lord. Wherefore the Lord showed unto me great things. And that pretty much sums up my experience with the temple. As I've gone there often, and as I've gone there and prayed often, I felt the Lord guide my life. So try reading the Book of Mormon again, looking for the temple, and find some of that guidance for yourself.